Looks like everything is up and running. Let's see. Alrighty. So, welcome back. This is, I don't know, session 9, maybe 10. I've kind of lost track of Deadzone Rogue. And because my playthroughs have been getting so long lately, I've been getting about one game in the time I have. Sometimes I go over my allotted hour. Or, well, 2 hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours is what I usually do. That's about how long my average run is these days. Is an hour and a half to 2 hours. Nothing interesting here. Oh, wait, we gotta visit Planty.
Hello again, my friend.
Although when I uploaded my gameplay from last week to YouTube, I got a copyright restriction. Now, it didn't actually affect my upload.
Is that Earth?
It didn't affect my video any. It didn't count as a strike or anything, but it's listed as being quote-unquote restricted. No idea what that means. Because the only music you ever hear is sometimes in the elevators will play music, or if you go into certain levels. I've got the background music turned off, so I wouldn't think any of it would be playing, but it still does somehow for some reason. Let's see here. See if that's something in the settings somewhere. Yeah, I've got music turned all the way off. I wonder if it's just part of ambiance. Oh, no. We ain't doing that. Return the game. Alright.
Keep it positive. Can't let it wear you down.
So what do we got over here? These guys are like the basic droids. If you played the first level, they're the same thing, except these ones have some mild evasive abilities. Some emotional support barrels. That's it, huh? Just the basic bots. Alright, so let's find where we're going to start at. There aren't really anywhere I can just... Well, looks like this guy. Wow. I can't believe how many of those missed. I am not hitting my shots today. Wow. What the hell? I am not on my game today. It's a fine weapon, but it's a sniper rifle. In a game where you don't typically have much need for a sniper rifle. fucking... Alright, so what I currently have is the ion driver. It's not a bad weapon per se. It's a solid B tier. If you charge it up, it can do massive damage. But the fact that it requires a charge really slows it down. Not to mention, it's just there aren't levels big enough, at least that I have played so far, where a sniper rifle is actually worthwhile. This weapon is the Hellstorm. I also have it in the B class. They list it as a minigun, but realistically, it falls into like, well, it's a minigun, but it falls into the LMG category. And it's okay as well. It's B tier. Problem is it starts to get inaccurate at ranges. Plus the fact that you have to sit there and spin it up in order for it to actually. Oh, so many. Okay, so the MP18 L relevant is, again, it's a well, for them I think they called it a DMR, which it's a great weapon. Better, it's much better than the ion drive I had earlier, but the levels just aren't big enough to warrant it. It's slow, it's meant for long range, and there aren't really any long range levels that I've come across anyway. The BAS 24 Warden, it is a secondary, which is a point in its favor, because being a 2-round magazine really hampers it. It's in the D tier. Very small magazine, but it's very high DPS. Without magazine upgrades, it's almost worthless. Then you have the HK92 Warbringer over here, which is another LMG. It is also I have it in my B tier as well. It's got a fairly low rate of fire, but it's got a decent magazine size, and it does decent damage. I think it does heavier damage than the Juggernaut, which is another LMG. I'd probably put this third out of fourth, with the Hellstorm being fourth. Alright, we got Frostbiter, more standard repair drones. More Frostbiters. And that's that. Alright. I have not seen any logs yet, which is a little disappointed. Insert the disappointed. Alright. Well, no way around this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reload. This is also one of its weaknesses. It's not a hellaciously slow reload, but they are faster in the game. Alright. Make sure I'm not missing any logs anywhere. Alright, so we have 2 rare and 1 epic. Credit slate plus 50% scrap dropped. For rare. Sky Strike array, epic item, plus 70% damage to flying enemies. Elbow pads, rare item, plus 25% reload speed, plus 25% damage reduction for 3 seconds after reloading. Considering the magazine size of my primary weapon, that's not going to be a huge buff, but this will be. Always use more credits. Alright, so then these guys are assembly bots. They will create more enemies on this spawn point right here. However, they cannot be shot. They have to be either AOS'd or like a grenade or melee'd or barreled. Is that all of them? That looks like all of them. That did not go the way I had hoped, but usually I can snag a few of them at a time without setting off the entire level. This time, for whatever reason, it did not work out. So your hipfire elemental. When firing hipfire, 88, aka not aiming, plus 50% elemental proc, plus 100% proc chance, plus 20% movement speed, minus 20% spread. Ammo, weak point, plus 200% magazine size, plus weak spots are easier to hit. Bonus per missed bullet, 2%, plus 2%, maximum 100 for weak point damage. Aiming crit, aim 50% faster while aiming, 25% crit chance plus 80% crit damage. Enemies are outlined. Who am I kidding? The ammo one is just way too useful to ever not be taken. Superior item. Automatic gunblade, melee weapon, proc your primary weapon elemental at 80% of its own proc rate. Bolos, 20% chance to do 100% grenade, or plus 100% grenade damage. Recycled plastic, 10% chance to refund damaging shots, plus 5% damage per bullet refunded. Resets upon reloading or weapon swap. I know I haven't really used grenades this run, but they do get very helpful as time goes on. Ooh. See, this is the better of the two secondary shotguns. The AS-12 Rampage, current secondary weapon, or common secondary weapon. It's got a where did it go? It's got tight spread, and with the ammo perk I've already picked up, that'll triple its magazine size up to 36. The VLR Tempest. VLR Tempest is an S tier weapon. It is my S tier LMG. It's got the largest magazine, manageable recoil. It's because of the large magazine, it has higher sustainable damage. Like I said, I have the VLR Tempest isn't the highest magazine. The Warbringer is. Wonder why I have it listed as having the largest magazine. Well, I can't afford any upgrades. But my weapons, I do have better weapons now. Hells, yeah. No one to blame but myself now. Alright, so he's a melee guy. He glitches. Sometimes, especially when he takes damage, he'll like warp somewhere else. Usually not far away, just a few steps back. Somewhere further back in his pattern. There he is. And that is why this is my favorite. Let's see here. The Vanguard, it's an assault rifle. It's decent. It's pretty solid C tier. Alright, so rare items. Confetti popper, grenades. Grenade kills replenish 30% ammo. Food pyramid plus 20% maximum health. Expired coupon. 100% discount on your first weapon purchase at each fabricator. I've already got my favorites. I don't know if that's worth it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything new here. Nothing of any particular interest. Well, shit. I took a hit. I was trying to avoid doing that. Alright. Let's not do that yet. Slightly better grenade. That'll be nothing. Yep. That'll be nothing. Have I collected all the collecting there is to collect? Certainly looks like it. Alright, rare items. Tourniquet. Immune to all damage for 2 seconds when dropping below 25% health. 60-second cooldown. Magnetic disc. 100% or plus 100% pickup range. Plus 3% damage per scrap. Or tech. Picked up for 5 seconds. Max 30%. Confetti popper. Grenades. Kills replenished. 30% ammo. We're going to do the pickup range. Alright. Oh, yay, this one. So, you got that big guy in the center. You got these guys that can only be damaged through melee. I don't know if I can melee them in one hit. That was a mess. none of that was any good. Alright, so there are 4 perk trees that you can have while you're playing. This is perk 1, primary perk 1. This will control what your other perks are. And 2 of them are elemental. Plasma, which does plus 30% plasma damage. Plasma damage applies flux, reducing target's attack rate by 30% for 6 seconds. The other one is fire, which does plus 30% fire damage. Fire damage applies burn, increasing damage dealt to the target by 10% for 5 seconds. The problem is if you take those, they take one of your permanent perk spots for the run, and if you don't have a weapon that has that element on it, it's not doing you any good. So the Vitalizer, which does 25% plus 25% max health, health orbs heal for 100% more, killing enemies restores 5% of missing health. That will be useful in every level, and all the little sub perks options that come with it. So you can see what I'm talking about. These are the perks. I just picked up a Vitalizer, which is a primary perk, and I can throughout the course of the game I can get 3 more secondary perks that are all health related, and then I got 2 more over here that I can get as I play through. Superior items. All 3 of them are maxed out. Laser pointer. 25% chance to mark enemies within 10 meters of a slain target, increasing damage taken by 50% for 5 seconds. Preserved brainstem. Killing 4 enemies in 3 seconds activates smart bullets for 3 seconds. A 4-second cooldown. Zen Garden. Kills refund 1 bullet. Non-lethal shots grant plus 50% damage to your next shot. 2-second cooldown. I'm not really a running gun type, so the preserved brainstem is going to be of minimum use to me. Sure, what that will do, Zen Garden. Alright, now here's where we get to see whether or not the ticket for free purchase comes in handy. All hells yeah. Alright. The MPK 17 Snapdragon, it's an SMG. It's an A-tier rifle. Problem is it burns through ammo really fast, and it loses the damage drop off on it is pretty quick. But you know, with magazine perks, which I have taken the magazine perk, it can really do a lot of damage up close, but only up close. The BP-44 Harrier is an assault rifle, and I thought it was. Where do I have it listed on my thing? Oh yeah, there it is. Excuse me. It's listed as a burst rifle. It does pretty good damage if you can moderate the burst properly, but it's got pretty high recoil, and it's pretty bad for close range. And the delay in burst always it cuts down your rate of fire and cuts down your DPS. This, however, the energy axe, two melee items, or two melee weapons in the game, at least that I have unlocked so far. The knife is faster, but the axe does more damage. I mean, they have the same attack speed, but the animations, the knife seems faster, while the axe does more damage. We're going to upgrade the quality, upgrade the level, upgrade the quality, upgrade the level, upgrade the quality. Can't upgrade the level. Oh wait, we got 2 electric and 2 plasma. We don't want that. We want 1 of each. We want all 4 of our damage items to have different elements. And I can't do a second one here. All right, that's fine. That's fine. This will work. The reason we want all 4 is it may not come up because it's random, but there are perks that you can get where different weapons can take damage perks from multiple things that you're carrying. And there are other perks that will allow you to apply a bunch of perks all at one shot, and then give you bonuses for applying all those perks at the same time. So these guys are pretty basic. The only thing with them is you have to kill them via headshots, otherwise their head separates and becomes another target. These guys are cryo. They do ice damage. In the first level of the game, in the first section of the game, you see these guys, but except they're firing fire damage. These ones are the exact same thing, except they do cold instead. Then you got your frost spiders, shield generator, another frost launcher. Hey, a data slate.
We have received no communication from Earth. Not a whisper. Silence is total. Our illustrious CEO is having a meltdown. Either the planet is unable to help us, or someone has decided we are not worth answering.
Yes. All right, where do we want to start from? Hells yeah! This is why this is my personal favorite secondary. The AS-12 Rampage is the best, in my opinion, the best secondary weapon in the game. It will smote. It smotes at close range. Well, that worked. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Juggernaut. The HRC6 Juggernaut it's a solid meter weapon. It does decent it's got a decent magazine, it's got decent damage per shot, but it's got a slower rate of fire than the Tempest. And it's got the Tempest is just what the main weapon I'm using here, and it's longer reload times. Yeah, it's not a bad weapon. It's just not as good as the one I got. All right, so 2 rares and an epic. Backup battery, rare item. Health orbs restore 20% shields. Blast enhancer, epic item, plus 40% grenade damage. Targeting goggles, rare item, plus 20% crit chance. I'm taking the grenade. Yeah. So, just more of the usual. Frost spiders. Alright, so I'm going to do a thing here with the emotional support barrels. If I can find a second one. There's the second one. I'll put this one next to this guy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand back there. I'm going to grenade this guy. When the grenade goes off, this guy will die, and then these should go off immediately after killing these 2 guys. Well, that wasn't the button I meant to hit, but oh well. It worked. Wow, that's going to kill my accuracy. I kept firing well after he was dead. Nope. That's a significant upgrade. I'll take that. So, alright, all rare items. Plastic wand, plus 20% crit damage. Multivitamins, plus 25% damage while at full health. Tactical data slate, plus 30% damage to enemies under 50% health. We're going to do tactical data slate. I hate this level. It's got all these guys that can only die via melee or grenade. You got this guy over here that just fires rockets at you constantly. And if you miss any of your jumps, I really wish I had... There's a perk where you can, after a melee, you'll go back to being invisible. I got stop hitting the wrong button. Three, two, one. All right. So this is our next batch of primary perks. Again, we got Void and Fire. Well, Fire same as last time. Void plus 30% Void damage. Void damage applies corruption, reducing target's damage by 20% for 8 seconds. Then we have Grenade Cascade, plus 30% grenade damage. Grenade kills have a 35% chance of spawning another grenade under the nearest enemy. We're going to take that because, again, the other two are being elemental in nature. If you don't have, like, I don't have any fire weapons right now. I've got one void weapon, which honestly, that's I only ever intend to have one of every one in here. All right, so Sector 10. This is a mini boss. All these things right here are spawn points. Enemies will spawn there. Die already. Oh, fuck, I walked right into that one. There we go. Now I got my movement back. This is not the cleanest fight I've ever had with this guy. Oh boy. All right. So, all right, nothing here. That was the sloppiest fight I've had with that guy in a while. All right, so for our third primary perk, Plasma and Void, both of which I've read off before. Lock and Loaded. And this has to do with swapping weapons. Plus 20% weapon damage, and killing an enemy refills your unequipped weapons magazine. So, superior items. You got automatic gunblade, melee weapon, proc your primary weapons of element 80% of the time. This is one of the things I was talking about earlier. If your primary and secondary weapon have the same elemental procs, your elemental effects, then you're not going to. This one won't do you any good. Handheld vacuum kills grant a barrier worth 10% of your shields. Barrier decays 4 seconds, or by 4% by 4 points per second. Hot sauce plus 0.8 damage for every point missing from your health. We're going to do handheld vacuum, I think. So, first things first. Alright, yeah. I'll do that. Alright, it's not letting me upgrade any qualities, so kind of disappointed that I can't upgrade most of my stuff.
This is the one. I can feel it.
Yeah, unfortunately I say that every time. Alright, so nobody in here. Got that guy there. Melee. These guys are little fireballs. However, once they start moving forward, they can't seem to... at least I haven't seen them steer yet while they're attacking. So they just fly straight in a direction and explode. Wow, this place is hopping now. Man, I can't get away from these guys. Alright, looks like everybody here is bugging out. So this is going to be where I start. Alright. Oh, come on. Those were headshots. Alright. Go ahead and reset all of our shit. Well, you coming forward or not? Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Fucking die already, dear God. Where is he? Alright. Nothing worth getting here. All rare items. Overclocked core plus 50% rate of fire for 3 seconds after reloading. Photon padding, reflect 200% of damage taken back at the attacker. Pet leash, plus 15% damage for 3 seconds after killing an enemy. We're going to do photon padding. Alright. Couple of, I'm not really seeing anything too out of the pocket. I hate the void spiders. I hate these fuckers because after they go off, even if you kill them and they don't trigger their thing, they still do like a void area attack thing, so you can quite often still get stuck in it. Alright. Killed both of them with headshots, so their top piece went away. I think we'll stick with max shields. Ooh, armor rating though. Yeah, we'll go ahead and increase the armor rating slightly. Get out. Let's see here. I don't remember what I dropped back here. Oh yeah, gloves. So, all rare items. Shield recovery unit. Shields recharge faster as you get closer to death. Glow sticks, plus 30% proc chance against nearby enemies. Mag clip, plus 50% magazine capacity, minimum 1. Booty. Alright, so those guys right there, I think in the files they listed, or in the stats they listed as being snipers, but they're flamethrowers. I don't care what they call them, they're flamethrowers. They shoot fire. They're flamethrowers. Somewhere around here is oh, there he is. There's always a missile launcher. Oh, fuck. Alright, so all I should have left is the grenade launcher, or the rocket launcher. Nothing over here. Nothing over here. Alright. Secondary perks. Maglink. Weapon plus 15% weapon damage, plus 30% swap speed. Weapons don't consume ammo for 3 seconds after swapping. Orbital infusion. That's the secondary perk for the one where you swap weapons quickly. Get the reload. Orbital infusion, plus 15% max health. Health orbs are auto-collected on drop. Collecting one increases weapon damage by 35% for 8 seconds. Overcharge, plus 10% grenade damage. Hold your grenade for, or charge your grenade for 2.5 seconds. For plus 50% damage. Each kill reduces cooldown by 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and do orbital infusion, I think. Alright, superior items. Laser pointer. 25% chance of, or 25% chance to mark enemies within 10 meters of a slain target, increasing damage taken by 50% for 5 seconds. Tip jar. Excess crit damage above 100% boosts, or excuse me, excess crit chance above 100% boosts crit damage by the overflow max 20%. Dunce cap, plus 8% damage per consecutive weak spot hit, max 50% resets on non-weak point hits. Laser pointer. Yeah, might as well. No quality upgrades for you, huh? Oh, still using the common chest suit. Alright, turrets. No more, huh? Only one barrel. Well, that's annoying. Oh, wait, no, there's a second barrel right there. So we're going to go back in here, someplace where I can't be seen. Wait for all these guys to run away. Especially this dude. All right. Jesus Christos. Well, that didn't work out. Nah. Oh wait, what do we got down here? Epic. Alright, so all rare items again. Enhanced holster plus 30% fire rate for 5 seconds after swapping weapons. Ammo auto factory. Picking up scrap replenishes ammo. Monocle plus 20% damage and plus 35% movement speed while aiming. Monocle. Actually, I had to stop and think about it for a minute though. Oh. Not enough barrels to go around. Fucking goddamn, I'm stuck. I can't move. I can't kill this guy because of the freaking health bot. I'm sorry, but that was BS. Straight up BS. See what I mean? They call him a sniper, but there ain't nothing snipery about that. Alright, all rare items. Health canister. Plus 20% damage while airborne. Holding jump while airborne slows your descent. Battery backup. Health orbs restore 20% heals. Or shields. Meteor shard, elemental debuffs deal damage over time. Battery backup, I think. Oh, I hate this one. All these are spawn points. This is the only one that doesn't have one. When there. This is so much easier when you have bots, friendly bots, or the ability to go stealth again after a melee kill. Oh look, it's a Dashtavarata. Fucking hell. They're spawning all around me. God damn it, game. Fucking let me move! God damn it! That was bullshit. Nothing but void spiders that fucking snag you. Can't... I was screwed. That's all there was to that one. I was screwed. Alright, well, I'm going to call it my weekly run through, my weekly attempt. Let's go see what crap I can spend.
I'm going to tear those robo bastards apart. Hello again, my friend.
Hello, Planty, my old friend. Alright, so what do I got? I can upgrade 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, true to course, I can upgrade 6 of them. So we got sprint speed, scrap multiplier, melee damage, grenade damage, elemental damage, shield recharge rate. We're going to do that one. That one, and for our last one, all right, superior items. I got quite a few upgrades we can do here. We got a few set to max. All right. What did we get that was different this time? Oh, yeah, the blast enhancer. I don't think I've ever had the epic one of those before. A laser pointer. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I got a lot of crap I got to do today, so I think I'm going to call that there. Thank you for anybody that happened to be lurking. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, like, follow, subscribe, ask questions. I'll answer what I can. If you have any questions about the game, have a nice one.